Welcome to Unbelievable Places. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 best tourist attractions in Europe. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. European countries have a lot to offer travelers, from cultural attractions in France to a richness of historical sites in Italy, and a great list of breathtaking architectural places in Germany. As a result, choose which attractions to visit might be a challenge. Nonetheless, whether you're seeking for a mystical site, like Stonehenge, or a chance to immerse yourself in a world of art and architecture in historic Prague Castle or the beautiful Louvre Museum, we've put together a list of the top-rated attractions in Europe. With this list of the top European attractions, you can learn about the greatest sites to visit in this culturally rich continent. Number 10. Eiffel Tower. France. One of France's most recognized sites is the Eiffel Tower. The wrought iron tower, which stands in the midst of Paris's Champ de Mars, was created to serve as the entry to the 1889 World's Fair. The 324-meter-tall tower, equivalent to an 81-story skyscraper, was the world's highest structure at the time of construction. Engineer Gustave Eiffel received severe criticism for his design, with people labeling it a monstrosity and an impossible undertaking. Restaurants and cafes, gift stores, displays about the tower's history, the original reconstructed Gustave Eiffel office, and many viewing decks are located on the tower's 3 levels. The Eiffel Tower's first 2 levels are accessible via a stairwell or a lift, but the 3rd level is only accessible by elevator. The entire tower is lighted with golden lights at night. Number 9. Colosseum, Italy. The Flavian Amphitheatre, commonly known as the Colosseum, is one of Imperial Rome's most iconic icons and one of Italy's most visited tourist attractions. It was constructed of travertine limestone and volcanic rock between 70 and 80 AD. It was the world's largest amphitheatre at the time of its construction, and for a long time afterward, with a capacity of 80,000 spectators. The Colosseum is a massive edifice with an exterior wall height of 48 meters, and a base area of 24,000 square meters. It had a velarium, a retractable awning to shield spectators from adverse weather, and a thick wooden floor covered with sand at its highest. An underground maze of tunnels sheltered animals and gladiators before the contests beneath this floor. The Colosseum was known for gladiator contests, but it also hosted a variety of other shows and spectacles, like as reenactments of great battles and executions. Number 8. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. The historic citadel, perched on a rocky outcrop overlooking Athens, is one of Greece's most well-known tourist attractions. The most prominent buildings on the Acropolis were all built in the 5th century BC under the supervision of statesman and General Pericles. The Parthenon, at the center of the Acropolis, was built to thank the gods for the triumph over Persian invaders, though it also served as the city treasury for a time. The gateway Propylaea, which acts as the Acropolis entrance, the Erectine temple dedicated to Athena and Poseidon, and the modest but lovely temple of Athena Nike are among the other notable structures. During the Mauryan War in 1687, several of the buildings on the Acropolis were damaged. The majority of the ancient antiquities discovered within the temples that escaped the damage have now been relocated to the neighboring Acropolis Museum. Number 7. Stonehenge, England. Stonehenge is an ancient structure that is one of the most well-known sites in the United Kingdom. Stonehenge was built between 3000 and 2000 BC, in an area of England noted for its many burial mounds. Stonehenge and its environs are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, consisting of a large ring of 4-meter-tall sandstones with an inner horseshoe-shaped stone circle. The function of Stonehenge is still unknown. It could have been a burial ground dating back to 3000 BC according to archaeologists. It could have also been used as a Neolithic calendar, a holy site, or a scientific observatory due to the pattern of the stones being arranged to chart sun motions. The stones were hauled at least 19 kilometers to their current site, weighing an estimated 25 tons each. Number 6. Louvre Museum, France. The world's largest and most visited art museum is located on the Seine River's bank. Over the ages, the original 13th century Louvre Palace that formerly stood here has been enlarged and restored, resulting in the vast, roughly 73,000 square meter structure that you see today. The glass and metal pyramid that stands outside the museum has become a modern icon of the Louvre. It presently serves as the museum's main entrance, measuring 34 meters on each side and standing 21.6 meters tall. About 35,000 artifacts from the Louvre's spectacular collection of 380,000 are on permanent display. Not only paintings, but also drawings, sculptures, and archaeological artifacts are included. The museum also has the 8-foot-tall winged Victory of Samothrace sculpture, and the enormous 6 by 9 meter coronation of Napoleon painting, in addition to Leonardo da Vinci's La Mona Lisa and the Venus of Milo. Number 5. Prague Castle, Czech Republic. Every year about 2 million people visit Prague Castle, making it one of the most popular tourist destinations in the Czech Republic. The largest castle complex in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records, Prague Castle is a beautiful blend of Gothic and Romanesque architectural styles. While the castle itself dates from the 9th century, several of the other structures within the complex's 70,000 square meters were constructed centuries later. St. Vitus Cathedral, St. George's Basilica and the 16th century Golden Lane are among the most beautiful structures inside the Prague Castle complex. The palace guards and goldsmiths previously lived on this road of modest medieval cottages, as did writer Franz Kafka and Nobel Prize laureate Jaroslav Seifert decades later. The President of the Czech Republic's office, and a hidden room housing the Bohemian crown jewels are both located on the grounds of the castle. Within the castle there is a small museum branch of the National Gallery, as well as a toy museum dedicated to wooden toys. Number 4. Berlin's Brandenburg Gate, Germany. The Brandenburg Gate, which was built on the orders of Prussian King Frederick William II, in the 18th century has become a symbol of Berlin. The gate, which is 26 meters high and 65 meters long, is crowned by a quadriga or 4-horse chariot. Because it is located where the road between Berlin and Brandenburg town begins, the gate is named after the town of Brandenburg at der Havel. The gate has played a significant role in many of Germany's historical events during the last 2 centuries. Despite extensive damage from explosions and gunshots, it was utilized as a Nazi symbol and survived World War II. Years later, until the Berlin Wall was built, the gate served as an unofficial border between East and West Berlin. When the Berlin Wall came down in 1989, 100,000 people gathered at the Brandenburg Gate to celebrate. Number 3. Venice Canals, Italy. Every tourist will be enchanted by Italy's magical floating city, which is rich in beauty, romance and history. Venice has around 150 canals that connect 118 small islands via 400 bridges and a number of walkways. The allure of Venice is not limited to the water. The canal's banks are lined with charming lanes and passageways, hidden courtyards and spectacular examples of Gothic and Renaissance architecture. On a gondola sightseeing tour or a vaporetto, Venice's water bus, much of the gorgeous architecture may be enjoyed better from the water, as you travel under bridges and around corners of the Grand Canal. The Grand Canal, Venice's principal waterway, is surrounded by a number of palazzos and churches, including the 15th-century Venetian Gothic Palazzi Barbaro, and the Rococo-style Ca' Rezzonico Palace, which has a white marble exterior. Number 2. The Matterhorn, Switzerland. The Matterhorn is one of Europe's highest peaks, standing at 4,478 meters. The magnificent mountain towers over the Swiss town of Zermatt, which is on the Swiss-Italian border. The Matterhorn is a pyramid-shaped mountain that can be climbed on all 4 sides, making it a popular hiking destination in the Alps. It is also possible to finish a 10-day walk around the peak for non-climbers. This hike, which passes through glacial lakes, alpine woods, and flowery meadows, is regarded as one of the most beautiful in the Alps. During the winter, the area around the Matterhorn and Zermatt draws skiers and snowboarders, with ski lifts high up the Theodule Pass at the Zermatt and Brusavenia resorts. There's also the Matterhorn Museum, which chronicles the interesting history of alpinism, and a helicopter trip that allows you to get a close-up glimpse of the snow-covered peaks. Number 1. Amsterdam's Canals, the Netherlands. The many hundreds of kilometers of grachten, canals, that cut through Amsterdam have earned it the nickname the Venice of the North. The city's 3 main canals, the Herengracht, Prinsengracht, and Keizersgracht, are connected by nearly 1,500 bridges. The Prinsengracht Canal is possibly the most well-known canal in the Netherlands, as it is home to a number of important buildings. Anne Frank's house, Amsterdam's tallest church, Westerkerk, the 17th-century Deutzenhofje mansion, and a variety of other historically significant structures are among them. The single Gracht Canal, though not the largest, is well known for its proximity to the affluent Jordan area where Rembrandt spent his final years. The Brouwersgracht, another well-known canal, was originally utilized by ships returning from Asia with spices. It's now a popular spot for houseboats to dock, and it's flanked by warehouses that have been turned into fashionable high-end apartments and lofts. What do you think about this video? Which of the following top 10 best tourist attractions in Europe you find most interesting? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.